What's going on, y'all? It's your boy K2, and you're now tuned in to Sessions. K2 stands for Kingdom Kiid. It's a reminder to myself of whose I am. I am Kingdom's kid, which means I am a child of God. It's also a reminder for me to put God first in everything that I do, because without Him, I would fail, and I wouldn't be in the position that I am today without God. Random stuff really inspires me. I could be out anywhere, hear a horn beep in a certain pattern and pick up on it, you know what I'm saying? And want to go home and make a whole track about it. That's just how my mind flows, man. I hear everything in music. I've been doing this music thing since I was 2 years old, man. It's the love of my life. I started playing drums when I was 2, and that's how I got into music. And I really started getting into production when I was around 17. One of my friends told me about Fruity Loops, and I always had ideas in my head. So I did like a whole bunch of y'all did when it got the free session of FL. It's been a wrap since then. Hearing music on the radio, I wasn't satisfied with what I was hearing. I always had like my own interpretations of other people's songs in my head. So my reasoning for going into production was to put my own ideas out there and let people hear what I had to bring and, make music that satisfied me. That was my reasoning for becoming a producer. When I made my first track, which was total garbage, by the way, it was like a feeling that I had. Like, I felt good doing that, and I felt like that was something that I wanted to do for the rest of my life. It changed my whole perspective, like, on what music can be and what I can do to impact the world of music. The biggest moment that I had was being one of my favorite artists and getting to like go out with him and have a good time with him, and that was Molly Music through my big brother. Shout out to King. I was able to meet one of my musical mentors, man. I liked what he was doing. He was changing the game as far as music goes. The fact that I got to go out bowling with him and go eat with him and spend my whole evening with him, man, it meant a whole lot. It was great. I got to see him be creative, even though we weren't in the studio. He vibed off of everything, man. So it was eye-opening to see him just in his element, you know what I'm saying? Even though he wasn't like in a studio working. It was just great to see him vibing and stuff like that. I'm on Periscope a lot. Like, I love Periscope, and I love all my followers. Shout out to all my followers. I got a follower. She sent me this. And I thought it was one of the dopest things ever. It was a great gesture. I actually got it, and I used it in a track like the next day. And I thought it was really cool. Like, it's a very cool drum, man. And I was honored. One of my favorites is Rocky, man. I love working with Rocky, man. I've been knowing her for a minute. We just vibe, man. We have a good time in the studio. She come over, she do her writing sessions and stuff like that. I got a couple of tracks coming up on her new project, so y'all look out for that. Rocky's dope. She's putting the city of Birmingham on the map right now. One of my second favorites to work with was Rizzo, man. Rizzo Avery. The dude's a monster. If y'all ain't heard about him, go look him up. Go on SoundCloud, go Rizzo Avery, Rizzo. The man is a monster. I would love to collab with Pharrell and Timberland. Those are my two favorite producers in the game. Like, everything they do, when they do it, it's their music. I would love to work with Andre 3000. Like, y'all already know his resume. Dude's crazy. One of my favorites. Molly Music, as I mentioned, would be awesome. I would love to work with Snarky Puppy and Robert Glasper. Those two. I add those two to the list. All their music is crazy. I would recommend it. I didn't get to finish, unfortunately, but the time I was there, I connected with a whole bunch of really dope people. Dope Norteria. Shout out to Dope Norteria. They're crazy. Chad. My boy Devin Black. He's one of the best engineers I know. Swizz, one of the best engineers that I know. Tyler, Ski, the list goes on. I met a lot of people that's doing big things, not just the music industry. They doing big things in the fashion world. They doing culinary. They doing their things, and I'm proud of all of them. They played a big part in showing me work ethic. People that I tried to be around, they had crazy work ethic, and they were serious about what they do. And it made me take it even more seriously. It took my work ethic to another level. Seeing them grind as hard as they possibly can to get to where they are now, inspired me to do what I do today. Number one would be patient. Number two is to learn as much as you can and soak it all up. Soak up as much as you can, man. Information is powerful. If you're starting out, just be patient. Learn the business side of music. Please learn the business side. I'm in the process of still learning it. But please learn the business, because you can get chipped out here real fast. Keep that hunger, keep that passion, and find your own sound. Don't try to sound like everybody else. Just because trap is hot don't mean you have to do trap. Not saying anything's wrong with that, but don't try to sound like everybody else. Find what makes you happy. Work with that and make that the best that you can possibly get that. And that's how you'll stand out from everybody. That's what Timbo did. That's what Pharrell did. And you can never learn everything. Microphone, I'm using the AKG C214. I love it, man. It's not a budget buster. It's affordable and it gets the job done. Headphones, I got the SONY 7506 joints. I love them. Once again, my favorite headphones. I had to get them. As far as boards, I'm not doing too much. It's basically MIDI keyboards and I'm running it through a lot of plugins, but I got the Key Station 88 right here. That's where I lay down my main melodies and stuff like that. And for like my synth lines and stuff, I got the 49 key MIDI board in audio. And I got the old school joint up here, the old school Juno 60, man, for the synth. Y'all ain't gonna find them sounds nowhere but on that board, man. You have to manipulate and make your own sounds. It's cool learning that whole process. Logic is my go-to DAW. Logic 10. I started using Logic really not too long ago, a couple years back, and I fell in love with it. I started out on FL like I told you, but Logic is that's my baby. I love Logic. Sometimes I run through Pro Tools to mix and stuff. Some of my favorite joints, Nexus. Nexus is dope. Massive, Contact, a lot of Native Instrument stuff. Lounge Lizard. I use a lot of EPs in my stuff. I'm influenced big by Neo Soul, so I love Rhodes, EPs, So Lounge Lizards is one of my favorite Rhodes sound, EP sounds. Mixing side, the Waves bundle is what I'm on right now. My go-tos, especially in the mastering, are like the Kramer tape joint. I use the Kramer tape. I use the L1 limiter a lot. I use the V comp a lot. I like the doublers. I like the doublers that they have. But basically that wave sound. I was working with Universal Audio, but I'm happy with what I got through Wave. Follow me on Instagram at K2_productions. Follow me on Periscope. I'm on there all the time. Follow me on SoundCloud at K2 Productions. Shout out to all my Periscope people, man. I love y'all to death. Shout out to moms and pops, man. Shout out to Jesus. You already know I had to do that one. Shout out to my family, man. I love y'all. King, bro. Shout out to you, man. You helped me through a lot when I was over there in our institute, man. Love you, boy.